Stamper. Welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm Frances Martin, independent demonstrator with Stamping Up at frenchiestamps.com. Today I'm going to share you two ways to do the divider, or I don't know what you call that. They kind of divide it, right? It looked like maybe a window also. This one is a little bit wider, but looking at them, I bet you cannot tell which one it's piece and which one it's the add-on on the top. So let me go ahead and do it. The foil one, I absolutely love the foil. It's so hard to video with the foil. So any of those things, remember, you can do on the foil. This was all about autumn paper. Now I'm going to use the online exclusive, and this is One Horse Open Sleigh. Now you can do that with any designer series paper, really. So I'm going to start with, I don't know if it's the more difficult one. You want to decide which way you want your paper. So really, the size of designer series paper for number one option, I'm going to say, it is 3.5 by 4 3/4. I want this 3. I like it. So I'm going to go 3.5 wide by 4 3/4. I'm going to remove at the bottom 4 3/4. Now I'm going to keep one of this here. I'm going to go at 5 3/8 by 1 1/8 about. I'm just going to cut that in two. I'm going to keep those two pieces for inside of the card, okay? Now let me remove this. I'm sorry. I strongly recommend, I need to cut more of this paper, a grid paper for this. Now we're going to cut this at 1 3/4. So that's right in half. Now the next part, it don't matter. You can decide how long, how short you want, okay? So just remember to reverse it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go 3 inch. So 3. So the top it's at 3. The bottom it's what? It is 1 3/4. So 3 inch. Now this one, instead of trying to remember all that, I'm flipping that. The bottom at 3 inch. How simple is that? Okay. So now we just reverse this. So we're going to glue that on our paper. So the layer, it is 4 by 5 1/4. Now this is going to go there, this is going to go there, and there, and there. So you see where we're going with that. Now let's take our glue, and I like to really layer it before I start gluing so I know about where I'm going. I try to have the same proportion all around and in between. Okay, now you see all my flow, I think it's very lovely. I'm going to use Tombow glue for this, and the reason why I prefer, because you know me, I need more glue on this. I prefer most of the time to use my seal. Well, the Tombow glue, I use it like for 3D project, and also when I have to be precise, I like to use my Tombow glue because I can shift it before it bond together. Oh, upside down. See? Silly me. So voila, I can remove that and come here. That was a pure error here. It's almost like I did that by purpose to show you how awesome the Tombow glue is, right? And here. So what I say by I'm trying to keep the same proportion. So on the side and in between, all like the track, okay? Now, I'm going to put that here. So for me, to remember one measurement, it's a lot easier than remember 2 measurements. So like this, it's 3. You can go 2.5, 2 1/4, 2 3/4, whatever float your boat. You know, it's no right and wrong when it comes to paper crafting. You go with what you want to do. Et voila. We got a nice divider. I think it's divider. I don't know. So that is one way. Now, some of you, it make you nervous to cut bits and pieces. Now we're going to use another one. We're going to finish that card in a minute. We're going to do our top. I'm going to use the same side, but it won't be as much there. I need three and three quarter. Instead of 3.5 for this one, it's 3 3/4. Okay, 3 3/4. I'm going to keep that for another card. And then I'm going to flip this and we're going to go at 5 1/4 instead of 4 3/4. So it's all one sheet, okay? It is 3 3/4 by 5. Now, like I mentioned, this one here, it's a 1/4 inch strip. I find it a little bit too wide. Now, this is a 1/4 inch. I find it too wide. It's the trim when I trim that. So this would be 1/8. I went just a little bit above the 1/8. So just below the quarter. You don't want as big as a quarter, but you don't want too small, like 1/8. It's almost too small to glue. I did this one, it's about 1/8 though, very small to glue, but I did it, okay? So you want a little bit smaller than a 1/4 inch. That's all that talking for saying that. We're not laying that on it yet. And so we're going to use our grid paper. So I put it in between here, the 4, because it's 3/4, right? I find it easier just to have off a bit here. So then I know my center, it's 2 inch. So we're going to put that at 2 inch. Like, and again, I strongly recommend that Tombow glue for this. So now I'm going to put this right at the 2 inch there and bring that right down here. So then I know I'm straight. I go to my line there. You don't see it. I get some glare there, but I got it perfect. I try to cut my paper longer because it's a lot easier to come and trim than just have exactly the amount. Okay. Now, we're going to flip this at the top and we're going to go at 2 inch again. Okay. So we're going to put some glue in the back of this. So the reason why I'm doing 2 inch, 2 inch, I think it's because it's going to be easier to remember. But again, you can do any size. Going to make that flush and bring that at my 2 inch there. Push it, make sure you go right in the crack there, and then cut this. Now we're going to flip this around, and then we're going to go at 2 inch from the bottom. So you see how simple that is? So it depends. Do you like to cut, or do you like to do paper piercing, meaning cutting, all your bits and pieces, or just the tiny one? So the choice is yours. But it's just say that it's easy, this one also, to do those things without cutting all the paper, just using, and that we get so much scrap, right? Voila, how simple that was. So when you look at it, you don't even see really that it's bits and pieces. Now let me remove this so we don't have as much glare. And we're going to glue that at the top. Oops, did I cut the wrong size of paper? I sure did. It is 5 inch, my friend, 5 inch. Okay, 5 inch. So now you're going to see that this piece and this piece, it's different. Who cares, right? It's okay. I will have all measurement on my blog right below. You're going to have the measurement and also the supplies that I use for this one and all my fall one also. I use the same grading for both the fall and the winter. I feel that would make very, very lovely note card. Oh, ran out of tape. Here we go. Now I use the oval punch, the double oval punch, so that it's in early espresso and white for this one and vanilla for, let me grab the vanilla for the fall one. Now you can put different greeting, you can put happy birthday, you can put thinking of you, whatever that you want. It's no right and wrong. I thought this year would make the perfect note card. Now I got this. Now for a little embellishment here, I'm using the linen thread, fold it in two and do a little bow. And I mean a little bow. And the other one I use to the vanilla one with the gold trim. So again, I will have all supplies on my blog. Okay, so now I had fold this in two so I can have a double bow. And I'm going to use a glue dot. I won't do both of them as long as you see one how I do it, right? You can always rewind and do a second one. Here we go. I will finish this one though. Now for these one that we cut from one of the paper, I'm going to go ahead and put that inside. I was debating to put a blue with this one or even gray. And I was like, well, I did brown in the other one. I'm going to keep all that brown so you can see the paper, that the layers and that. So much go with it, so much. And inside I carry that inside. So voila, my friend, how simple that was for both of them. So you see this one here, it's the 1/4 inch. Personally, I feel it's a bit too big. I prefer the skinnier one. So the choice is yours. Till next time, happy stamping. If you like what you see, give me that thumbs up. And right below, you can subscribe. And if you scroll in the description, you're going to have the link to my blog to get all measurement and supplies that I use. Till next time, happy stamping, my friend. Bye-bye.